You want to tell us a little bit about that one?
Yes, we are recording tomorrow, starting tomorrow. We're very, very excited. It's our 5th CD. We don't know what it's called yet, but it's going to be good. It's unplugged as opposed to our other CDs, which had a lot of electric instruments.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I'll tell you more tomorrow.
I love it. I mean, he sang like a Hasidic man, and you've taken the same melodies and really, I don't want to say modern, but you've brought different elements into it, a little more of a blue, you sing the blue note a little bit more than he did, and you've brought it closer to the mainstream, I'd say.
Thank you. I mean, we're both from very different generations. You know, my father was, I was born when my father was 50 years old.
Right.
And I think his influences, you know, are the Viennese waltz and the Hasidic songs of the Mojitzer Rebbe and all these people. And my influences are very different. You know, I don't think Joni Mitchell was necessarily an influence on my father, but she definitely is on me.
Yeah,
as well as the people that I work with and, you know, the radio, you know, just modern music today. It's just, it all, I think, kind of filters through my own musicality. So I would hope we're different. If we were exactly the same, I'd be in trouble, I think.
Right, well, if he was, you know, born now, he'd, with his same soul, he'd be doing probably what you're doing. Right. You know,
that's a very interesting thought, to think what he would be like if he was born now. Wow.
Well, I remember when that whole thing, you know, when your father passed away, and he was actually scheduled to sing a concert in my shul down in Miami, as you remember. Mm-hmm. And that was your first concert. It
was my very first concert.
It was only a few weeks after he had passed away.
Right.
And you were very brave.
And they put a little sticky note on top of his name on the tickets because the tickets were already written. It was very weird. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I do.
They had like this little wet sticky. It was like the tickets were pink, and then they put a little.
Right, Neshama Carlebach.
Right. It was very strange. It was really strange. It was very scary, but you were wonderful. You took care of me. I didn't know what a key was. So you were very helpful.
You got it, and we're going to see really soon.
It's been a while.
It's some things you know, you can learn music theory and all that, but you really got it, and we're really fortunate to not only have you here to talk about your dad and your own music, but we're going to hear something soon.
Yes.
I just want to talk a little bit about the influence. I'm not sure our listening audience realizes the tremendous influence that Shlomo Carlebach has had. Just to sort of give you an example, the song "Twinkle Twinkle Little Star" is really part of our culture, and the song like "Am Yisrael, Am Yisrael, Am Yisrael Chai," the people of Israel live, is a song that Rabbi Shlomo Carlebach went into the Soviet Russia, and he sang that, and he said, you know, the people of Israel live, and everybody, millions of people responded, live, and he really injected that kind of neshama, that soul, into that. He was a political, spiritual leader, even more than a Bob Dylan. Really, he was a kind of almost like the Gandhi of the Jews.
Right.
It's just a great soul. A soul like that only comes around once in a while, and he named you Neshama, which for our listening audience, you know, this is not only for Jews, but this is for all people. Neshama means soul, and the kind of music that Neshama is going to sing is a really kind of a Jewish soul music. So I just wanted people to realize, you know, who your dad was, and for me as a singing rabbi myself, he trailed he blazed a trail, I should say, for a person like me that loves music and, you know, doesn't want to give it up.
Right. No one should ever have to give up music.
Right.
No matter what how they make a living. So it's good that you have a chance to combine it.
Right. Right.
I think that was one of my father's biggest things. Like, you shouldn't settle. You know, just because you have to spend your days doing one thing doesn't mean that you should underestimate God.
Right.
There should always be room in your heart, in your life, for things that uplift you and that inspire you, because you don't ever know really what your mission is in this world. We can always guess, but you know, there's so many ways that we can make the world more beautiful.
Yeah.
He always said that.
Now, you also have a sense of mission in your profession, or your love, your calling. And I remember right after 9/11, I saw that you were there in the midst of the ruins with people, and you were singing. It wasn't just for Jewish people. It wasn't just a Jewish tragedy. It was a national tragedy, and you were there, and
we were all there.
It meant a lot to a lot of people. I saw it in the paper, and I read the article.
Oh.
But that was a really special thing that you did.
And then David Morgan and I, who's going to be with me in a moment, my producer, we had the privilege of playing on the Yortzeit on the 1-year anniversary on the Jewish calendar of the World Trade Center, and we sang there, and that was mind-blowing. That was a very, very, an experience like no other. You felt surrounded by all the souls there. It's just, it was very powerful.
That's great. That's great. You're originally from Toronto, though, right?
I'm originally from New York.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Born in New York, grew up in Toronto.
Oh, okay.
And everywhere else. I don't know if I ever grew up. Went to school in Toronto.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then you've come down here you've been here for...
Like 5 years.
Yeah.
Yes.
And there's quite a scene happening on the west side there.
Yes, there are several Jews on the Upper West Side.
Yeah.
So it's an exciting place to live at this point in my life.
That's great. I think you're right in the middle of it.
I like to be. I like to think that I am. I like to think we are. I think in the middle of it.
That's great. That's great. And so it's been about 10 years since I first saw you, approximately. And
I haven't seen you since? Have I not seen you in 10 years?
I've
seen you.
Well, yeah, actually you mentioned my name when you sang the concert in the city in B'nai Jeshurun.
Right.
And
That's
so I saw you a little bit there.
That's right.
And but that was a lot of fun. It's so great to have you back. And
thank you so much. It's so great to be here. Thanks for inviting us.
So we're going to use the rest of the time now to hear you sing for us. So.
Wonderful. It's my
Once
privilege.
again, thanks so much. You'll come back again?
We will.
Okay,
Absolutely.
great.
Thank you so much.
Shalom and bracha.
Shalom
All good
and
things
bracha.
to you.
Thank you.
Return again, return again, return to the land of your soul. Return again, return again, return to the land of your soul. Return to who you are, return to what you are, return to where you are born and reborn again. Return to who